For what purpose does the gentleman from New York seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I have an amendment at the desk.
The clerk will designate the amendment.
Amendment number 16, printed in House Report number 112-173, offered by Mr. Hanna of New York.
Pursuant to House Resolution 359, the gentleman from New York, Mr. Hanna, and a member opposed will each control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from New York.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Right now, our nation is seriously debating its fiscal future. We're making tough decisions to get spending under control. Congress should do the same. This spending bill for Congress allows us an opportunity to practice what we preach when it comes to excessive spending on the taxpayer dime. My amendment is quite simple. It states that the CAO may not make MRA payments for the leasing of a vehicle in the amount that exceeds $1,000 per month. It applies only to individual member office accounts and would not affect the Capitol Police or other legislative agencies. It would not affect periodic car rentals, and it is not the intention of the amendment to affect mobile offices. This is about preventing the leasing of expensive luxury cars. Currently, there is no cap on how much members can spend on leased cars. The only requirement is fuel standard. This amendment installs a $1,000 monthly cap. Members of Congress have 2-year terms which could require a slightly more expensive short-term lease. This amendment accounts for that. I believe the majority of this body and most Americans can agree that $1,000 a month for a car is more than reasonable. We do not need to be spending the taxpayers' dollars leasing expensive luxury vehicles, and certainly not during these tough economic times. I would also note that the Senate does not offer any car leasing whatsoever. If senators can go without car leases, members of the People's House can get by with less expensive cars. Wasting taxpayer dollars sends the wrong message to the American public. It only serves to further erode our constituents' faith in us, their elected representatives. I urge my colleagues to support this common-sense, cost-conscious amendment. I yield back the balance of my time.
Yield?
Yes, sir.
I just want to say that I think that's a good amendment, and I think some of the people that are concerned about the reduction in the MRA, then they won't have to worry about the extra $1,000 that they were going to spend on leasing a car, because they won't be able to do that anymore under your amendment.
They won't have it anyway, right?
So we have no objection and accept the amendment.